See, today's topic is suppositories. See, what is the meaning of or definition of suppositories? See, suppository bases. See, the suppository bases are surfactant in nature. So, means it contains both lipophilic and hydrophilic portions. So, this lipophilic and hydrophilic portions responsible for the solubilizing water soluble or oil soluble drugs. See, these suppositories are the medicated, means we have added medicament, means active pharmaceutical ingredient into the either solid or semi-solid. These are either in solid or semi-solid in nature. Hence, this is can be inserted into the body cavities. What are the body cavities? Rectum, vagina, and some of the times urethra. See, rectal suppositories. These are commonly used. The shape is torpedo shape. For the adults, we need to use 2 grams. For the infants, we need to use 1 gram. Next one is vaginal suppositories. Next one is vaginal suppositories. This is also commonly used. Vaginal suppositories also we can call as a pessaries. These are conical in shape. Next one is how much gram we can use means 3 to 5 grams. Next one is urethral suppositories. Also we can call as a bougies. The shape is pencil shape. This for the male approximately 4 gram we need to use. For the females 2 grams we need to use. Next one is suppository basis. Next concept is suppository basis. See, three types of suppository bases are there. First one is oleogenous base or fatty base. Second one is aqueous base. Third one is emulsifying base. See, now the topic is oleogenous base. Also, we can call it a fatty base. See, these are very lipophilic in nature. Lipophilicity is due to the long tail. For what purpose we can use this oleogenous basis means for the incorporation of oil or oil soluble. See, this is a suppository that contains head portion and this is a tail portion. See, tail is hydrophobic in nature, hence within the tail we can dissolve the oil or oil soluble drugs. Example is, say the example is theobroma oil or cocoa butter. See, what is the structure of this cocoa butter is this one. See, glycerin that contains oleic acid, palmitic acid, and stearic acid. See, this is a oleic acid. Oleic acid is a unsaturated. It contains double bond. Unsaturated, remaining these two are saturated fatty acids. See, what is the advantage of this theobromine oil means? This cocoa butter is solid at the room temperature. At the room temperature, it is solid, but at the body temperature, it is get melted. That is the best advantage about the theobromine. Next one is, see, what are the disadvantages? See, due to the presence of folic acid, due to the presence of unsaturated fatty acid, this is responsible for the rancidity. Rancidity, nothing but double bond is responsible for oxidation of theobromine. Next one is polymorphism. Polymorphism, nothing but because of double bond, it will exhibit E and Z isomerism. Because of this isomerism properties, it will shows three kinds of polymers. Next one is this is low shrinking property in the mold. While manufacturing of suppository, this is shows low shrinking property. See, this low shrinking property is due to the presence of palmitic acid and saturated fatty acid, palmitic acid and stearic acid. What are the examples of oleogenous bases are cocoa butter, that is theobromine oil, synthetic fats or hydrogenated oil. So hydrogenated oil means if it is a double bonded fatty acid is there, then if we people have added hydrogenation, then that double bond can be converted into single bond. Hence we can call it a hydrogenated oil. See, cocoa butter that will exhibit three kinds of polymorphism. One is alpha crystal that is unstable in nature. The melting point is 20 degrees centigrade. Next, beta crystals that is stable polymer that is melting point is 36 degrees centigrade. Next one is gamma crystal. These are also unstable in nature. The melting point is 15 degrees centigrade. Next one is aqueous or hydrophilic suppository base. See, head is aqueous is because of the large head portion. This is a tail portion. See, within this head, we can dissolve the water or we can dissolve the water soluble drug. Hence, this suppository base is responsible for the incorporation of water or water soluble bases. See, example of this one is glycerin bases. Glycerin bases, this is the structure of glycerin. Glycerin, this is hydrophilic because of polar hydroxy group. And because of this carbon and hydrogen, it is lipophilic in nature. Next one is glycerogelatin basis. Next one is glycerogelatin. See, this is a glycerin. See, this structure we can call as a glycerin. To that glycerin, if we people have added gelatin, then we can call as a glycerogelatin basis. See, this is used for the vaginal suppositories. This is used for vaginal suppositories. Vaginal suppositories. This gelatin is hygroscopic in nature. Gelatin is hygroscopic in nature, hence we need to store in well-closed containers. See, because of the hygroscopic nature, this will absorb the water. When it will absorb the water is best medium for the growth of microorganisms. Hence, preservatives should be added to the glycerogelatin basis because of hygroscopic nature. Next one is water soluble basis. Water soluble basis is nothing but polyethylene glycol. See, polyethylene glycol is hydrophilic in nature because of presence of hydroxy group and oxygen atom. So different grades like polyethylene glycol 200, 400 or 4000 like that combinations we can use for getting the proper desired hardness and dissolution time. See, normally oleogenous bases that will melt at the body temperature, but this will do not melt at the body temperature, but they can dissolve. See, polyethylene glycol that can be dissolved in the water because of polar functional groups. Next one is water dispersible bases. Water dispersible base is nothing but tween, merge, and bridge. See this, all these are the surfactant, those contains polyethylene glycol as a one of the monomer. Due to the presence of polyethylene glycol, these are actually water dispersible bases. Next one is last one, that is emulsifying bases or synthetic bases. Also we can call it a water dispersible bases. See this emulsifying bases or synthetic bases example is Vitepsol, Musa, Hysterium, Musopol. See the disadvantage of cocoa butter. The disadvantage of cocoa butter, that is rancidity, polymorphism and low shrinking property, can be reduced by using emulsifying bases. See, because due to the unsaturated fatty acid, the the cocoa butter it will exhibits rancidity and polymorphism. If we people have removed that unsaturated fatty acid, that is oleic acid, then we got Vitepsol, Musa, Hysterium and Musopol. Then all these emulsifying bases, they are these all emulsifying bases, they are devoid of disadvantages of, or they can overcome the disadvantages of cocoa butters. What is this Musa hysterium? Nothing but this is a triglyceride. Nothing but glycerin structure that contains ester group. Like that one fatty acid. Here also same another fatty acid. Like that. This is a triglyceride structure. Like that, like this it is. These are like triglyceride means three fatty acids we need to add. Next one is musopol. Musopol, that is a glyceryl monostearate. Glyceryl monolaurate means is a glyceride that contains lauric acid. That contains lauric acid fatty acid. Next one is Vitepsol. This is a triglycerides of C10 to C18 only saturated fatty acid. This will contains all these three things contains only saturated fatty acids or hydrogenated fatty acid. Hydrogenated nothing but the unsaturation can be reduced by using the hydrogen. So this is about the examples of different kind of suppository bases and types of suppositories.